We are honored to continue to share the teachings of a founding father of the science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach, Bachelor of Science in Plant and Soil Sciences, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 4 postdoctorates in pathology, naturopathic doctor. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to continue to share the teachings of a founding father of the science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach, Bachelor of Science in Plant and Soil Sciences, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 4 postdoctorates in pathology, naturopathic doctor. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical.
Hello and welcome, everyone. So sorry for the delays. Technology is amazing, except when it doesn't want to cooperate. Today's one of those days we want to throw it out the window and let it get hit by a Mack truck. Anyway, welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. My name is Ruth Ellen Sanchez, and I am so glad that you are joining us today because we have an amazing speaker, Adrienne Gold. She is going to be talking about toxins and our bodies and how they're affected, how our body is affected by toxins. Also, this program is sponsored by dailywithdoc.com. And if somebody referred you to this program, please make sure to get back with them as they are going to be your main point of contact. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results may vary and are not typical. We do not make claims for regarding health, income, or anything else. As an empowered individual, you have options available. So I am going to go ahead and bring our guest on since we started late. And again, I apologize. Like I said, technology just sometimes has a mind of its own and we're at its mercy. Welcome, Adrienne. You're looking gorgeous today. It's so
Thank
nice
you. I was going to say the same about you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for putting up with all this crazy. And welcome, everyone. We're going to talk about how to manage in our dirty world. And I talk fast, so we will definitely make up the time.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to let you take over.
Thank you, Ruth Ellen.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
I think the biggest issue today is how do we manage in our polluted world? And what is that doing to us? And in reality is if we can all go back. I've been saying this phrase for a while now. I think we need to go backwards to go forwards in respect to our food and our pollution. And since the genie's out of the bottle, and I highly doubt we're going to be going back to 4G or 3G, organic regenerative farming for everyone, reducing the GMOs and going backward. I don't see that happening. So what we have to do is we have to wear the body armor. We have to protect ourselves. So how do we do that? And what is it affecting? Well, managing through this dirty world, so to speak, affects our weight, affects our brain function, affects our energy levels, our focus and attention, our stamina, and our longevity. What can we do about it? Well, one of the biggest two things that are affecting most people are weight and brain health. We have amazing amounts of dementia and Alzheimer's coming down the pipe. We have unbelievable increases in autism on the other end of the age spectrum. And we have so many people who are overweight and they're eating, even though they're eating healthy, so they think, something's blocking. So let's talk about what we can do to go backwards. Is there any food source we can use on this planet to get us backwards? Yes. Doc Wallach's been talking about the deficiency in minerals in the soil forever. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well in a slightly different way, which is in the form of pollen. Pollen is what creates all plant life. If we could find a way to eat the pollen before our world ruined it all, that would be very, very beneficial. And at Longevity, we are pretty much the only company anywhere that actually has organic Swedish flower pollen in tablets and in drink. And this product line with Longevity, which has been with Longevity for almost 20 years now, is the way to go backwards to go forwards. Eat your food before it had a chance to grow. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but think about what's happening to your food when it grows. We genetically modify it right out the gate. We spray it with pesticides. We plant it in demineralized soil, like Doc Wallach has always been telling us. Then we grow it. Then we pick it early. We spray it with these weird chemicals to have it ripen at a certain rate. And now the ripening is getting too quickly. So by the time you get your organic fruits and vegetables to your home, they're nearly dead. Like I said, this is how you go backwards to go forwards. You are ingesting 1 packet of this a day, maybe 2. You are finally eating a meal that was meant to be, a meal that hasn't been alterated or hasn't been genetically modified or sprayed with pesticides. You're eating food before we had a chance to ruin it. Now, I know Ruth Ellen has possibly a slide or a photo of what is in pollen. Like, it seems like it's really tiny, and this bag of pollen bursts, has some B vitamins in it, and it has, extra vitamin D and vitamin A, and it has something called pollen and SOD. Like, what is that? Pollen has thousands of nutrients in a tiny little grain. And by ingesting the pollen extracts at Longevity, you're getting all of your food nutrition. You're getting vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, carotenoids, flavonoids, all your enzymes, all in a tiny little grain of pollen. And in a way that your body recognizes as pure food. In addition to the pollen, if that wasn't good enough, we added something else that our bodies are constantly losing as we're aging and getting insulted by this polluted world, which is SOD, superoxide dismutase. We are the only company in the world that has this combination of flower pollen and SOD to put right back into the body. SOD is your natural soldiers. It fights aging, inflammation. It helps the body take out the trash. When your body is unable to take out the trash on a regular basis, that trash becomes cancer. It becomes buildup in plaque in your arteries and heart. It becomes neurological blockages in your brain. We don't want that. We need to take out the trash. So the pollen will feed you, and the SOD micronutrient antioxidant will help with the inflammation in the body and help the body do its own cleaning. And we need a lot of cleaning. When I used to teach on this 25 years ago, pollen, the tablets, all we had were the tablets. We didn't even have the drink. My late husband, Dr. Corey, was brilliant in helping that creation of taking those wonderful tablets and making them much more exciting, much more powerful into a drink. So we have the drink available, we have the pills available. It's basically your meal for the day. And why it's important.
Share the graphic now, if that's okay.
We're not
Do you want me to share the graphic now?
So we're not getting the food anymore. We need real food. And this, thank you. This is the nutrition profile of 1 grain of pollen. And this is only part of it. We ran out of space on the page, and there's thousands of nutrients, but this is just an example of 187 of them. And you can see the categories, the vitamins, the minerals, the carotenoids. We talked about all the enzymes. There's like 2 columns of enzymes, lipids, phytosterols, all the stuff you're getting in the purple foods that you're supposed to be eating. All of the, I mean, everything's in here. Now, yes, those ingredients are also in the liver tabs. And this is very important because this one bottle helps with really, really body armor for this polluted world. This does a good amount, but this product has SOD and glutathione. And when I started teaching on this 25 years ago, nobody knew what glutathione even was or how to spell it. They'd get confused, their eyes would roll back in their head. What is this? Now, glutathione is everywhere. People know about it. People go to the local spa to get an IV of glutathione and vitamin C when they're going through chemo, when they've just ran an Ironman race, when they're overcoming a long illness or COVID. This is what they take. People know about it now. So you can talk to them and say, this is the only product in the world that has the flower pollen and the SOD and the glutathione. It's a triple gift here, and nobody should be without this. People love this because it's easy. Our lives are complicated. We are busy as heck. We don't have time many times to fast for 2 days, prepare 30 different tablets and pills, drinks 6 times a day that taste like mud, and feel like live in the bathroom for 2 days, take time off work. That's a perfect detox, but nobody has time or energy or wherewithal to do it. But everybody can do this. They can take 2 pills twice a day, done. They can drink their pollen burst in the morning. They can take their pollen tabs in the afternoon. And this is body armor. And, 25 years ago, these products were so cool to have and people love them. Today, they're absolutely necessary. We can't live without them. I hate to say it. I wish I didn't have to say that back in the day, these were kind of added. Eat right and take your pollen, right? Now, eating right is taking your pollen. Our food is dead. I shop organic only. And even when I get my organic fruits and vegetables home, they die quickly because they've been sitting for a while. And even at the farmer's market, it's harder. But not everybody has access. I live in Southern California in an ocean community where I can throw a stone and find a farmer's market. But not everybody can do that. And farmers markets don't always have everything you want either. So aside from growing your own food, this is the next best thing to growing your own food. This is the next best thing to going into a hospital setting to get a glutathione drip and sit in an infrared sauna. And it's easy to do, and it's not expensive to do. And in addition to this being your body armor, it's also amazing for anti-aging. and weight loss. Now, in my family in particular, everyone talks about, oh, I have bad genes and I can't. Yes, you can. I have genes in my family for early aging, early gray. Oh, by the way, this is how much gray I have. 6 months. This is 6 months with the gray. I do color my hair once every 12 months. Okay. How many women color their hair once every 12 months? That's how slow my gray comes in because of this. I don't have as many wrinkles as I should have at age 62 based on my genetics. My weight is probably a little bit below normal, which is actually great for a little bit under normal is actually best for your organs, not leaning toward eating disorder area. That's a whole different topic. But if you're slightly underweight or at your good weight, it's healthier for your organs and your brain. I have obesity running in my family, diabetes, early aging, early gray, the whole shebang. So don't let your genetics tell you what you need to have. 25 years on pollen. Look how much hair I have. I have a ton of hair. And now I messed it all up. So it looks crazy. But I'm saying this because I'm 62 and I have too much hair. This is telling me that my body, now hair, I'm making a note of this because hair is a non-essential. If you are struggling in your body, the first thing that's going to go is your hair because it's non-essential processes. Your body will try to save itself. And it has, if it doesn't have enough energy to do the basics, it's going to let the hair go. It's going to let your joints go. It's going to let your eyesight go. And it's going to let your skin go because it needs to protect your heart, your organs, your digestion. That's most important. So this is just an example of 25 years on pollen. And a lot of you at Longevity, a lot of you on the call have been with us for this long and have been on the pollen products and can see it. It's not just me. I've worked with kids with brain and learning disabilities. I've worked with people with chronic injuries and gut issues and brain issues. And this is so healing because it's simple. And it's basically, like I said right at the beginning, we have to go backwards to go forwards and go back to the food the way it was supposed to be. So for weight loss, so you're so excited, you're going to get all these products because it's good for anti-aging. It's also great for weight loss because this little bottle of liver tabs will help your liver work faster. It will get the toxins out quicker. And if you want to find out why you still have belly fat, that you're eating healthy, you're exercising, you're doing the 90 for life, you are doing your fish oils, you're doing everything right, you're eating good, healthy food, you're watching your portions, and you can't get rid of the belly fat no matter what. This is the liver tabs. This is your liver slowing down. And when your liver is slowing down, whether you've had too many toxins, too much alcohol, living near a freeway, or just genetically unable to detoxify on a regular basis, which is a condition. I have it. It's called MTHFR, and it is methylation issues where your body doesn't clear toxins as quickly as other people. So for me, 25 years ago, this was a godsend that I didn't even know I needed, and I think it saved my life. I'm very sensitive to heavy metals. I'm the one who can smell a gas leak from in a business weeks before anybody else smells it. I'm very sensitive to toxins. If I go to the dental office and get a filling, the next day in the shower, I will smell dental office smell. Like my body is getting rid of it right away because of this. If I didn't have it, it would stick in. Okay. A lot of people have a genetic predisposition for that. And anybody who has any children or young adults on the spectrum will most likely also have MTHFR, which is why when I started working with children on the spectrum 25 years ago, this woke them up, gave them eye contact. They could focus better. They could speak. They could communicate. And I didn't even know why it was working. 25 years ago, I didn't know that glutathione pulls out heavy metals, and the heavy metals were affecting these kids who couldn't detoxify on their own. Adults have it too. A lot of people have it. So this is just a testament to even me, someone who has trouble detoxifying, this saved me. And it's a savior for so many people. And back to the weight loss, you have belly fat for a reason. If you're doing all the right stuff and you're not losing weight in your abdomen area, your body's actually protecting you. When your liver is slowing down, whether it's from genetic predisposition, sluggish liver, why are all people getting fatty liver all of a sudden? It's our pollution, right? Everybody needs to be on liver tabs, because when your liver slows down, you get a backlog of toxins, and your backlog has to sit somewhere. The safest place for your backlog is in your belly fat. Fat will surround it, hold it, protect it, so that it doesn't get to your brain, your heart, and other organs and poison you. So your belly fat is actually saving you. The only way to get rid of it, or one of the only ways to get rid of it and get off this plateau that people hit, is reduce your toxic load. And the way to do that is, sure, some people can't move their home away from the freeway off-ramp. They can't not paint their house from time to time. They can't not go to the dental office, right? What do? Well, they clean up every day with the liver tabs so that their body is cleaner. Their liver is working faster. Glutathione is a direct vitamin to your liver. When your liver works faster, it can get to the waiting room in the backlog, and then it starts eliminating the toxins in your fat, and your fat will then say to you, I don't need to be here anymore. I'm good. There's no reason. So now that you're eating healthy, you're watching your sugar, you're exercising, you're watching your portions, now you add the liver tab, and now the rest of the melting will happen. It's not about how fast you can go on the treadmill. It's not about how low your caloric intake is or how much you're fasting. It's pollen burst liver tabs. And of course, this is also great for weight loss because it's a meal. We talked about it. We saw the screenshot of how many nutrients, that there's more nutrients in a packet of pollen burst than there is in your salad, your burger, your lunch, your dinner, whatever it is. And it's unfortunate that I have to say that in this day and age, but it's true. This is a perfect meal. People have one for breakfast. You can still eat, have a banana, have an orange, have a couple of eggs, and drink your pollen burst. It's okay. You'll need the extra protein. There's no protein in the pollen burst. Tiny, tiny, tiny bits. So you know what I do is I drink my burst every morning with a scoop of our wonderful longevity collagen. I get some protein in there, and good for your joints. And the tropical berry flavored collagen tastes great in the berry or the orange pollen burst. Then you don't think about it. You just throw it in there, done. So I'm not encouraging you not to eat. You got to eat. You got to watch your food. One other thing we need to talk about is the oils. We need to separate the bad fats and bring in the good fats. Replacement. Replace your bad fats with good fats. We're talking about omega-3. It's important to have all your omegas, 6, 9, 3, the whole shebang. But we already get too much 6 and 9 daily living. We're eating our flax on our cereal. It's easy to get. It's in baked goods. It's everywhere. We are having our inflammatory oils all over the place. But omega-3, unless you're eating sardines and salmon 6 days a week, you're not getting your omega-3. And there's the problem with that. Years ago, when I would train on this, I would just say, for those of you who are eating salmon and sardines 6 days a week, you're good. Or 5 days a week, you're good. Now I'm going to tell you, you don't even want to do that, because unless you can control your farmed salmon and what they're feeding the farmed salmon, could be omega-6. So instead of getting an omega-3 fish, you're getting an omega-6 fish. Or if you let them grow in the wild and you eat wild salmon, you're getting mercury, PCBs, plastics, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we're kind of stuck, right? So, and I don't mean to ruin your day about the food, but eat your food, but take your fish oils. This is the cleanest fish oil you're going to get. Jojoba Omega. It's been tried and tested for the removal of all the toxins, the mercury, and all the PCBs and plastics and all that. It's clean. It's non-fishy. It won't repeat on you. It's basically your insurance. Because now we're stuck between farm salmon and wild salmon that's eating what's in our ocean. And we're kind of stuck. So enjoy your salmon however you get it, but take 4 to 6 of these Projoba omegas every day. Most people who complain about fish oils repeating on them love the Projoba omega. It's one of the best-selling omegas we have for a reason. It won't remind you later that you took it. I take 2 pills 3 times a day. So I'm trying to ward off inflammatory issues like arthritis, eye health, brain health. So I take 2 pills 3 times a day with meal. And you maybe start with 4 and work up, and it's great for weight loss. So when you run out there and you say, I need a regimen that's going to help me with my weight management, with my brain health, with my anti-cancer health and my detox, how many things do I need to buy? It gets confusing. You want your daily minerals with Doc. You want those. You want your 90 essential minerals, and you'll get them with your 90 for Life products, but you're going to get them maybe once a day. We now know that we need to eat throughout the day. So maybe take your pollen burst in the morning, your 90 minerals in the afternoon, and maybe some pollen tabs at night, because you need to eat 3 times a day, right? And our body needs micro minerals and micronutrition 3 times a day. Or you start crashing, blood sugar's crashing, you're eating more, you're tired, you can't focus. I noticed for me, I used to be able to skip meals all the time. Go, drink my pollen burst, no problem. But now at 62, I feel like I need to eat meals more. I need to not skip my meals. But I know that I have my burst with me, and that evens it out. And then, of course, we didn't even talk about the energy. Everyone's losing energy, and it's because they're not getting nourished. So stop all your energy drinks with tons and tons of caffeine and ginseng and all this stuff. Pollen burst has a little bit of caffeine in it, but that's not why you're having energy for 10 hours. Anyone who can give you energy for 10 hours without a crash, that's not caffeine. That's pollen. That's eating the perfect meal. And it's not only feeding you for 10 hours, it is feeding your brain. It's the only so-called energy nutrition drink that gives people mental clarity. Everyone talks about that. So the first thing people say to me is, wow, I have a clean energy all day. I feel good, and I feel like I'm focusing better. You're not going to be focusing better on some of these crazy nutrition drinks that are in aluminum cans or plastic bottles or lots of sugars or lots of artificial sugars. Every day I'm on this planet, I find another artificial sugar that isn't good for you. Stevia and regular sugar are good for you. They're natural foods, but a lot of these other weird sugars, every day there's another study coming out. Pure coconut water is great. I don't like coconut water, but I could tell you that if I mix it in with a pollen burst, it'd be more palatable for me. Just as a caution, don't put too many things in your pollen burst, because it might make it taste bad. And the claim to fame for pollen burst is its flavor. And I know that sounds silly, but you have customers who are going to shoot you down. You need compliance. It doesn't matter if we have the best products in the world if no one's drinking them. We need compliance. The pollen line is so easy to comply because, number one, it doesn't offend you on the way in. It doesn't offend you on the way out. And it's easy and it feels good. And that's what you need. This is not a difficult detox. Like I said, a lot of your customers may not want to do this really complicated detox. They'll do this. And it's not your fault. It's that our world is busy. We're tired. We don't want to do a lot of stuff. We can't remember. Everybody can remember to take 2 liver tabs twice a day. Everyone can remember to take a couple fish oils with each meal. Everybody can remember to drink a burst in the morning. And if you need a second one, you'll know. If you drink a pollen burst and by 2 o'clock you're really tired, then you might need a second one. Or if you do a second one and it keeps you up at night, do half of a packet or take your pollen tabs. They're caffeine free. That's what I do. I do my drink in the morning and my tabs in the afternoon. I am very sensitive to caffeine, and you'll have people as they age get very sensitive to caffeine. Don't let them get scared off the caffeine and pollen burst. There is a synergistic effect of the SOD, the pollen, all the micronutrients, and a little bit of caffeine, and you don't get jittery. If it's someone's first time, have them drink a 16-ounce bottle of the burst over an hour or two. You don't want to give someone a burst, stick it in a 4-ounce glass of water and shoot it down. They will have a detox reaction, and that usually feels like heart racing. Then they say, oh, too much caffeine. No, you drank the burst too quickly. You've never had SOD before. I mean, it's in your body, but it's dropped over the years. You're probably dirty with toxins, and you just got this big gift all at once. So anybody who's brand new, tell them to drink the packet over 30 minutes, sip it, put it in 16 ounces of water. They should be fine. Mary has her hand raised, but how do I, go ahead, Mary. I know you've had your hand raised for a bit.
Yes. Hi, Adrienne. How are you?
All right, good.
Good, good. Well, just so you know, my family is a fan of pollen bursts. We have it every day. And I got to tell you, we do like to mix and match pollen bursts, different flavors. So it definitely gives you a different flavor profile.
Yeah.
Couple of questions. One is we also have the daily liver tabs, and a question for about this product is I know I've taken one and that was plenty. Sometimes I've taken two, but how many liver tabs maximum can you take per day?
So, new person who may have a buildup of toxins, I always say to just take one pill twice a day and not at night, just in case. When your body's working on removing toxins, it usually does it at night when you're sleeping, and it could keep you awake. So anybody who already has sleep issues, keep the liver tabs during the day, because that's when your body does most of this cleanup, and the liver tabs might make someone like be awake a little bit more at night. Nothing bad would happen. These pills will tell you how many you need. If you are taking 4 a day and you still feel tired or sluggish and your liver enzymes are still a little high, go to 6 a day. You can't overdose on it. If you start having loose bowels, then I back down a little bit. The only thing that can cause loose bowels is the aloe, but most people tend toward constipation, and this product can actually help them with that. And we know that part of your detox pathway is moving your bowels. So it's another gift that the liver tabs give people. But I would say start slow. Start with 1 pill a day, and after 3 days, go to 2. If your customer's tasting metal in their mouth, breaking out, or smelling like a strange body odor, or just feeling super tired, stay at that dosage until those feelings go away, then up at 1.
Yeah.
I take 4 a day, but when I moved into my new home and I had my painter come and repaint my front door, I was taking 6 a day. So you can add when you have toxins, or when you go to the dentist, or if you have a colonoscopy and go under anesthesia. It's always great to have those extras, the extra tabs.
Got it. Perfect. Perfect. And then the second question is on the pollen burst tabs. The question is this so it says, I think 1 tablet, at least on the directions, it says 1 tablet. Is that like a 1-for-1 exchange for the packet of
No.
pollen burst, or how do
People
you
try that.
view that?
No, the closest you can get is drink a cup of green tea and take 2 tabs. But even if you do that, it's just not the same as the burst. We've tried. Everyone has tried to hack this.
Okay.
But I would say if someone can't do the burst, find out what the reason is. You can do half a burst. They can take half a burst and a couple tabs. You can interchange them. You can't overdose on it. I've taken 8 of these at one time if I broke my toe. It's anti-inflammatory. You cannot overdose on the pollen. So if someone is having trouble, if they're sensitive to gluten, there is a microscopic amount of gluten in the packets, but not in the tabs. And most people that I've experienced with either sensitivities to gluten or just don't want to have gluten, they're totally fine on the pollen burst.
Yeah.
So it's a micron, it's like a micron away from being able to put on the label gluten-free.
Yeah.
So if someone has celiac, I would say maybe stay away from it, you know, be careful. If someone's not sure, they can certainly make the drink and just take a few sips of it, see how they feel. I know we've worked with people before with Crohn's disease who love the pollen burst because it helps two things. Inflammation, because that Crohn's causes a lot of inflammation, and it feeds you. I mean, imagine that nutrient sheet that Ruth Ellen put up earlier. Imagine a Crohn's patient getting micro food, so they don't even have to digest it. It soaks right into their bowel. Easy peasy. And we've had, you know, good success with that, but always check with your doctor, go slow, experiment with it. It's all about taking the inflammation out of your body and feeding it deeply.
Got it. Got it. Well, I must say that I've taken the pollen burst tabs when I was driving and I may have felt a little tired. So I've taken the tab and it's actually given me enough energy to kind of keep driving. So that's a nice use for it where you don't want to necessarily drink a lot while you're on the road. And
Yes.
taking the pollen burst tab was a
Yes,
good feature.
absolutely. And matter of fact, Dr. Corey, when he would do his Ironman races, he would only drink one burst, maybe two in an 18-hour race. And he relied on these, and these little pills were right in his shorts. And that's what a lot of athletes do because you're trying to not do as much drinking. We have a lot of truck drivers, long distance drivers. We have a lot of paramedics or emergency room nurses and doctors who love the mental clarity they get from these pollen tabs. I have people with ADD and ADHD who love it gives them that clarity.
Yeah.
We've been using this for ADD, ADHD for decades, and even the burst drink. So it depends. If some people who have focus issues and do well with caffeine, it calms them. The burst drink is perfect. For those who have too much hyperactivity and need to control their excitability, the tabs are great. So it's mix and match. We also have, which I didn't have time to talk about today, we also have male and female hormonal products that are a different type of pollen altogether. I'll only do a quick shout out. Profem and Prostat are a completely different blend of pollen that are fat soluble. And the Profem is amazing for anyone from age 10 to age 90. It morphs with the body. Whatever your body is missing hormonally, it fills it right in. It's amazing. I mean, imagine that picture Ruth Ellen put on the screen, all those nutrients, but different fat soluble. So it really helps to balance hormones. Prostat is probably one of the best prostate remedies in the world. And in Asia, this was a prescription for the treatment of enlarged prostate. And it was by prescription. In the United States, holistic medicine doesn't have a script. I mean, I wish they'd go there one day, but this stuff's amazing for all men. And it's non-toxic. It doesn't interfere with medications. And that's what I'm going to end with, is that the pollen extracts is really goof-proof. A lot of other products, whether it's female or male, have multiple ingredients. What do we have these days? We have millions of customers who are on 10 different medications. It's hard to navigate being a nutrition consultant in this day and age when you're worried about what's going to react to what. But when you're doing a pure pollen, it doesn't interfere with medication because it's too little amount of everything. And a lot of people, if they do like a female hormone product that has like 9 different things in it and they react, they don't know what they're reacting to. But if they're just taking pollen, that's it, they know.
Yes.
And same thing with the Prostat. The Prostat, if a male is taking I'm on 5 different medications, can I take this? Most likely, I mean, always say, check with your doctor, but it's just rye pollen. That's it, it's food. So it shouldn't like interact. And so, you know, we always say, check with your doctor. We don't want to have somebody blow up on us, but it's really helpful to have a product that is just one ingredient.
Yes, yes. I have a couple more questions if you don't mind, Ruth Ellen.
Yes, please.
Let me just do two quick questions. One, and I know you'll have this, how pollen burst is harvested is one, and the impact with lymphedema. Lymphedema, I think
Which
lymphedema.
which is, I think, water retention. I'm not a
Yeah,
physician.
probably so. Yeah.
So, you know, that's water retention. A lot of times is, and unfortunately, this happened to me in my life with my late husband, is when your liver stops working, it's responsible for helping balance water in your body. So liver tabs would be really important if that's what's happening. If this person's doctor is saying, yeah, you're getting swelling or you're getting buildup of water, we can give you a water pill, but why is that happening?
Right.
If it's the liver that's sluggish, we got to get on those liver tabs. And the other question about the harvesting, a remote part of southern Sweden, an organic flower farm. Can't get better than that.
Perfect. Thank you. Ruth Ellen, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate you so much. Okay, I have a couple questions as well. And I know you have a hard stop, so I have 3 questions for you. 2 are from Brenda Teresa. She's here on Zoom, and she would like to know if all of the ingredients that we showed are also in the liver tabs.
Are all the ingredients that we showed are also in the liver tabs? Yes, they are.
Okay, I thought so, but I wanted, and then can Profem be used by someone 71 plus years of age?
Oh, yes. And
Hey,
it's
you can
great
use it
because
till
if
you
you're-
die, right?
Yeah, if you're postmenopausal like I am, it's going to focus on your bladder. It's going to focus on skin. It's going to focus on just connective tissue. It's going to focus on the things that you need in that time frame. So, yeah,
So it doesn't focus on the hormones.
it does. It keeps a good balance of the hormones. It'll help you, but it actually does a lot more. It does what it needs to do. If you are feeling great with your incontinence, bladder issues, UTIs, then you will be fine. It'll work other places. It's smart. It knows where to go. That's why a 10-year-old girl who's getting her period for the first time and it's swinging back and forth, or a 40-year-old woman who has excessive heavy periods, it'll all calm it all down.
Okay.
It's so wonderful.
Okay, so it doesn't specifically stimulate the hormones, it just balances.
It balances them out. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody who's been told by their doctor because they had a nasty thing that was hormone based, they could still take that.
Yes, it will not put estrogen in their body. Yeah.
Okay. All right, perfect. Perfect. And then I have a compliment for you. This is a pretty big compliment. There is somebody on Rumble who wants to know how to get a hold of you so that you can be a guest on their podcast.
Okay.
It's a pretty big compliment. Yes,
You can write to me at my email, which is Adrienne, ADRIENNE at YGYtraining.com.
Okay, perfect.
So absolutely reach out and I'll be happy to assist if I can. Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. I know you have a hard stop and it's 3:56 my time. So thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm sorry about the difficulty earlier.
Thank you. You saved the day, and you might say I might call on you later to save me to figure out what we did.
Yes, I would love to help you with that. And we totally just I'm here for you. So if I can get my co-host to join us on the screen, then we're going to just go ahead and close out the show. And again, if you have to leave before I'm done talking and it's saying whatever, just feel free to just log out of Zoom. Okay. Just do it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you so much. Love to be on. No problem. Thanks.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to thank everyone who hung in there and waited. Thank you for your patience. I hope it was, I feel like it was well worth the wait. Thank you for doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and say a couple things, and I'm going to introduce the people that have helped this show go today. First of all, if you have questions, you can email us at questions@dailywithdoc.com, and please include your phone number so that we can contact you, because sometimes, for some reason, some emails don't accept our email. I don't know why, but that way at least somebody can contact you if you send a second email and saying, "Where's my response?" and we could call you. Also, this program was intended for educational purposes only, not meant to treat, diagnose, or cure any diseases or anything that we shouldn't be saying. It's so long, it's crazy, but we just want to help give you content so that you can make decisions on what is good for you and maybe learn something that you didn't know, which I think we did a lot today. Also, if you need to talk to a certified holistic health coach, please call us at 855-949-3377. And so today we had on with us AJ, who's our digital marketing director, who had to step off early. So thank you for all that you do, AJ. And then we have Sherry, who is part of our tech crew, who also helped with the gatekeeping of the door today. So letting people in and keeping an eye on that. So thank you so much, Sherry. And Mary, who is out there on the different platforms and bringing questions in and also keeping an eye on stuff as well. So thank you, Mary, for all that you do. And then we have Marilyn, Miss Speedy Fingers, who is amazing typist. I don't know how you do that. So thank you for all that you do. And we appreciate you very, very much. And also we had Rod out on the different platforms, bringing some stuff in as well. So thank you, everyone, for all that you do. And a big shout out to Becca Dukes. We love you. And also, everyone, always remember to be kind. You don't know what somebody's going through. And the world needs more kindness. That's just a fact. Thank you all for joining us today. And we will see you tomorrow with pharmacist Ben Fuchs for Pharmacist Friday. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much.
This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to continue to share the teachings of a founding father of the science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach, Bachelor of Science in Plant and Soil Sciences, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 4 postdoctorates in pathology, naturopathic doctor. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to continue to share the teachings of a founding father of the science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach, Bachelor of Science in Plant and Soil Sciences, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, 4 postdoctorates in Pathology, Naturopathic Doctor.